Mr. Ponce, I represent a very rural part of Virginia, and we often hear that Brownfields grants help pay for broad testing that identifies contamination. But rural communities and organizations are not ultimately then awarded Brownfields grants for further cleanup. How can we encourage more cleanup and not just site assessment in rural areas?
Good question. We struggle with that throughout the South as well. There are a couple of thoughts that come to mind in that regard. Number one is there is having someone, a developer of some product, having someone at the table working with the community when those funds are awarded. I would much rather see funds spent toward assessment and then immediate cleanup rather than seeing funds spent toward assessment, a report, and then it being put in a drawer and the drawer closed, which is what I fear we see too often.
And that's my concern exactly.
And so I do think that you've got to have someone at the table as part of that process, in my mind, that's prepared to move forward to some level of redevelopment.
Should we have in the bill some set-aside funds for rural areas so that doesn't happen?
I don't think that you're going to see the brownfield successful process extend beyond urban cores and extend beyond ports and other major industrial areas without having some set aside for the rural communities.
I appreciate that. Now I'm going to switch gears, and we don't have a bill in front of us today that would do this, but in one of the previous hearings that we had on brownfields, somebody came up with a suggestion, and I happen to like it a lot, and that was we do pre-clearance. That, not depending on the industry or such, but that if a community wanted to invest the money, they had a site, and I have a town in my district I'm thinking of, actually a little city, that's got a site, and if they could get it pre-cleared, it would make it so much more marketable for companies if they knew that the brownfield site was pre-cleared, all the stuff had already been done, and they had a seal of, I call it the good housekeeping seal of approval. I guess it would be the EPA good housekeeping seal. But so that a company coming in wouldn't have to wait 6 months. Then for additional reports and studies, they could move right in if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Congressman, a couple of aspects on that. One is, I don't think you could be in a position where it's going to be cost effective to both investigate and clean up the site before you market it to the developer. The reason for that is because very often that construction process is comparable to or an integral part of the cleanup process. And so it's much more cost effective for that developer and for the community and for the grant itself if you're able to, if you do the testing, you've had input into the testing because that's going to be consistent with what your structure is going to be, and then you're able to take that testing and implement the cleanup as part of the redevelopment itself. And that's what I think is a little bit of the hurdle there to trying to pre-clear these rural sites and then bring the developer in. The successful rural development we have done, and candidly that includes some data centers which have been in those instances where we had some level of testing done, but we went in and helped orchestrate the testing in terms of how it would fit the development that was occurring, and then we were able to integrate the development into the cleanup.
Well, and I appreciate that input. I would just say the site I'm thinking of, and you nailed it with the plant that your father had worked at. Here we have a facility that's got everything you need, and before the infrastructure goes away or falls apart, the community wants to do something with it. They have acquired ownership, and it sure would be helpful if we could figure out some way to fast track it if we could. So any ideas that you have after this hearing, please don't hesitate to let me know. I would greatly appreciate it.